Hey, this is Even there, and let's check out Aeon Command, a game by Backcountry Games which was released in fall 2012 for PC and Mac, and winter 2012 for iOS and iPad. Available on PC, Mac and Linux, currently going at GBP $1.99 or $2.99. So yes, it is, the best way to describe this would be a corridor strategy space war builder game. Yeah, I have no idea what I was thinking when I was writing that one. Best way to describe it is just to show you, so let's just go into a skirmish. Three factions, the Alliance, Cyborgs and Exiles, each with their own special ships and special abilities. I tend to like the Exiles, and I want to go up against the Alliance. I should go on Classic and on Easy, just so I don't get humiliated. Let's start this up. So, by corridor, what I mean is, this is the corridor. This is one-dimensional, I guess you could describe it as. Game room. Yeah, you see what I mean by this. I'm just stumbling over my words today. So, what you need to do is gather resources from these asteroids near your base using these little things here. I can't remember what they're called. I'm just going to call them resource gatherers. Makes sense. So, on normal game types, you can only get 10 of them at maximum. On the skirmish resource type, you can get 20, which is quite nice just to see these 20 little things running around getting you money. Anyway, so the way to play this game is to basically build your ships. You can see down here you have a total of 6 with 3 special powers at the bottom. If you look at the bottom left, you can see your resource number there. At the bottom left is the power, then your resources, and then your upgrade points. I'll talk about those in a bit. On the bottom right is your menu and research. Now, research is very important because this is where you unlock other ships and improve them. So I'm going to improve my base ship, purchase these to unlock them so I can actually buy them and send them off to attack the enemy, and unlock other ships in the process. So this game, it is very much a case of finding a nice balance of sending out for offensive and defensive, and upgrading and unlocking other ships. So you need to find a nice balance of, do you want to just rush or do you want to upgrade so you've got more powerful ships, which takes a bit more time in which they could rush you. Find your own playstyle, because it is very much open for people to just go, I'm going to play like this, I'm going to stick to it. But I would recommend that because it is very good to try and be very flexible with your game styles. Adapt to how the enemy plays. So let's just build up for the improvements. What you can get is you can improve the ship's weapons or the armor. So it is good to always just, work on both, because it's no point in having them stupidly powerful but then instantly dying. Yeah, it's just no point. So as you can see, some of these ships are starting to drag away mine, because if you look at the bottom, so let me just walk you through the different types of ships you can get. For each faction, how it normally works is, first of all, you get the basic fighter, the one that you use to just spam out and use as fodder. Then you get the artillery, which usually shoots rockets, like those guys, just shooting just there. Then you get normally the kind of support one, which for the Exiles is the Deceiver, which basically shoots out a hologram of your friendly unit, and the enemy shoot that. So yeah, you see how that works. The Cyborgs get the Medic, and I believe the Alliance get the Vanguard, which just puts up a force field around one of your units. Then this one, for the Exiles, what you get is the Inhibitor, I believe it's called, which basically shoots out EMP pulses and knocks out the enemy ships for a little bit. The other ones get the tractor beams, which is what's happening with these. They incapacitate your ship, and they just drag them back for their mothership to destroy. They're really, really bloody annoying. Really annoying. Jeez. Anyway, it goes on to the specials, and then you get the last two are normally really powerful. They're the really powerful, most expensive types of ships you can get. So the way I tend to play is upgrade the first two and spam the hell out of them. and then work on the larger ships. So let's move on to the upgrade points. As you kill the enemies, you see they drop things. I've been picking up a few. You can pick up energy, you can pick up resources, and you can pick up these. What that does is, if you look down at the left, it was 5 and now it's 6. These are the upgrade points. The upgrade points work over the entirety of the game, not just the skirmish that you're in. Basically, if you upgrade something, it goes through the campaign and skirmishes and online multiplayer. So those are really good. You can upgrade things in general or faction-based. I'll go over that once this is over. So, I will now just, hopefully, attempt to destroy this enemy. And let's not make too much of any deal about it, so I can look relatively good and like I know what I'm doing. Don't hold your breath for that. But yes, I do believe this is a nice amount of ships to try and take them out. So this will hopefully just annihilate them. But yes, okay, one last thing to note about this, as at the top right, you can see the enemy ships types, and what these little bars beside them, it shows their progress in research in upgrading. So you can always tell when you're fighting your enemy what they've upgraded and what you can use to counter that. So, as I mentioned, adapting your game style. So yeah, they don't stand a chance. So let's just pick up any resources that they drop. And in a second, boom! Just like that. So at the end of a skirmish or campaign mission which you haven't completed before, you get these parts earned which go into your upgrade total. So let's go to main menu. At the bottom left you can see the upgrades, and as you can see I've already upgraded 41% in total. So the general I have completely maxed out, and you can get things like takes less time to mine for your resource ships, research cost comes down, and you the automatic income for your metal and energy, they just increase. Stuff like that. Then for each of the factions you get upgrade the 3 powers, the mothership with its hull strength and weapon power, and then each of the ships for the same thing, which is nice. So I am actually going to upgrade my mothership for me exiles, because I always tend to play exiles because I like them. So yes, that is the game style. So if you can kind of see what I mean by corridor strategy space war builder, I don't expect that to catch on as a description. So Aeon Command does actually boast a nice little tutorial. It is very nice, I keep using nice, it's concise, and it is straight to the point, and it's very quick, so about 5 minutes total, and then you're straight into the game. So you're not learning overly complicated stuff, but it's just enough so you know exactly what you're doing, and you know what you're doing, and then you can just get straight into the game. The campaign boasts one for each faction, a nice little campaign tree, and it has overarching story, but nothing too complex, so you don't need to get bogged down in it. If we come back out, you can skirmish, you can choose game modes, which is like classic, which I was doing, close where you're just, the space between the 2 motherships is a lot smaller, or resources where you can have 20 ships, and there's loads more asteroids, or 20 resource ships, and yada yada yada. So, now, one thing that I have not been able to try is the multiplayer, because nobody plays it anymore, which I find really annoying, because I would love to play someone against this, because the AI, it's not that interesting to play against, to be honest. It's just, it gets boring after a while. But yeah. So Aeon Command, as I said at the beginning, it is £1.99 for the people in the UK. I don't know about euros, but for the Americans, it is $2.99. You can buy it from gamersgate.com, Greenman Gaming, Desser, or the iOS store. You can also go to aeoncommand.com, which is the official site for it, and buy it there. And if you want to, if you like the game, you can also get it greenlit on Steam. So all these links will be in the description bar below, and I hope I have piqued your interest in Aeon Command. So I've been Steven, thank you, and check back for other checkouts. That sounded weird, so I'm gonna cut that.